Hi, Amanda Fisher, aka the Cashflow Queen. Today I want to talk to you about one of the reasons that I believe business owners struggle with their numbers. And it's because you have an accounting system that you don't really know how to use. And when you don't know how to use something, that causes stress and worry, and it causes you to feel out of control. So I put it to you that having an accounting system, and hopefully you've got an online version that is really simple to use. As a business owner, it's not about doing the bookkeeping yourself necessarily, although I do recommend that in the early days you do, so you get to understand how the numbers roll through your system, through the business, what it means, how they are shown in the accounting system, and what it means when you know what's going on. So I think it is important that you do know how to use it, but if you don't have to. It's not essential, but what is essential is knowing enough about your accounting system that you can get from it the information you need when you need it. It's there at your fingertips. As I say, hopefully you're using an online system. I highly recommend it if you're not, but that you've got information that is up to date regularly and you can pull the information you need. So say it's not necessarily about learning how to do it all. It's not. But what it is about is knowing how to find the reports you need, how to check how much money is owing to you in your accounts receivable or debtors, what's owing, who owes it, how long it's been outstanding, because that's a key to being able to make sure that money comes into your bank account. And again, you may not be the person who is doing the phone calls and the chasing up to get the money paid, but you need to know what's outstanding. Because as the business owner, if you're talking to a customer or client and they owe you a stack of money, it's actually really important to know that before you have the conversation. Because somewhere in that conversation, you may need to cover off the fact that you're not going to do any more work until they pay their outstanding account. So knowing where you find the reports, find your accounts receivable report, find your accounts payable report. Now, for some of you, in finding that, you may find there's nothing on it. And that would indicate that you perhaps need some work being done on your bookkeeping, because what you need is all your invoices, all your bills, all the things you have to pay need to be in your accounting system. When they come in, they need to go straight in so that you know exactly how much you owe. Again, nothing worse than being out of control where you don't know. And I had a client come to me a little while back and he just knew he owed a lot of money and he didn't have much coming in, but he had no idea exactly how much, because whilst he had an online accounting system and he kind of knew a little bit how to use it, the invoices weren't being put in the system. And so money he owed to suppliers and contractors and various other bills weren't there. So the first thing we did was get that in his system so that then when he looked at the reports, he had a clear picture. He knew how much money was coming in, he knew what money he owed, and then he could start to take control of what was going on in the business. So it's when you don't know what your numbers are, it's when you don't know what your accounting system is and what information it can give you, that's where the stress and worry comes in. So as a business owner, as I say, it's not about doing the bookkeeping necessarily, but it's about knowing enough about your accounting system so you can find your way around it and see what your numbers are in your business.